Okay. It should be recording now. I got my headphones in, so you guys should, in theory, be able to hear my voice. This is going to be the grease pencil demo. Okay, so for this assignment, you can access the grease pencil right up here. I'm also going to show you with my mouse. So when my mouse is circling, you can click on this. Grease pencil will pop up, y'all. We kind of talked about that during the break. So with grease pencil, you should be able to draw. If you don't see anything, you go to show and make sure grease pencil is selected down here. Yeah, so now you can see what I draw. When you when you open your assignment, you should go to File, Save Scene As. Before you do anything, File, Save Scene As. We'll go to your desktop. You want to go to the file name and change it to HP 01, your name. So I'll do my name. And then I would save it into a file, like make a file on the desktop that has your name on it. Good safe place to save it. So HP 01 underscore your name. Okay, save it to desktop. Boom. Okay, so grease pencil, the challenge for this assignment is you want to create an animation all hand drawn first. This is kind of like storyboarding where we plan out our animation. Okay, let me rephrase this. So there's three things that you gotta do. Number one, let me write it down. Number two, number three. Number one, how does the ball enter the scene? How? Yes. How does the ball Yes, please write this down. Enter scene. It's hard writing with a mouse, so bear with me. Number two. How does it use the half pipe? How does it use half pipe? And number three. How does it exit the scene? How does it exit? How does it exit the scene? Okay. So I want to think of how the ball is going to enter the scene. How does it use the half pipe? And how does it exit the scene? Okay. Again, I'm recording this so we can go back to it and you guys can take those notes later. I'm going to erase this. Now, quick thing just on how to use the grease pencil. I'm going to show it in this video. It has a lot of controls over here. You can go click on this to change the color. Wait, is it not appearing? Should allow you to change the color. Maybe mine's glitching out. Let's see. Ah, there we go. So you can change the color. If it comes up with a little message, just close out of it and just pick the color you want. So you can change the color. It has different types of brushes you can experiment with. I always usually use the pencil. It has an erase tool, so I can erase all that. Or let's say you do some type of drawing and you just want to erase everything. That's what the square with the X is. So just you can erase that. The other one is add frame. The grease pencil is located under lighting. See this little like tool where my mouse is? It has that little pin looking thing. Click on that and this should appear. Okay. I'll talk about a few more things on the grease pencil. Everything depends on the timeline. So if I go to frame 1, which I'm on, frame 1, let's say I draw something. Okay, then I go to frame 2, I draw something. These little guys up here are onion skin. So little guys running on my grease pencil menu bar is onion skinning. So if I click on the left side, that'll show me the left side if it's invisible or visible. And if I have a drawing in the front, go back to frame 2, it'll show me what I drew on the previous frame and the future frame. See? Question? Nope, this is just drawing. You are just drawing for this one. How to save is just go on a new frame and draw something. That's all you need to do for this one. We will use Shift W, Shift E, and I'll introduce something new. The S key, I'll do that later. We'll just stick with grease pencil for now. I'm going to do this quick demo, and then I want to talk about it one more time, okay? So if you go to the Show button, and if you don't see any drawing, that means you need to go to Show and click on Grease Pencil. Show Grease Pencil. Then it should appear on your screen. You got it now? Yeah. Okay. So 3 questions. How does the ball enter the scene? How does it interact with the half pipe? And how does it exit the scene? I want you to use all frames. This does not mean you're going to draw on all frames, but I want you to have a 3-second animation. Okay? So how do I want the ball to enter the screen? I think on frame 1, I'm going to draw it all out. I'm going to plan, and then I'm going to animate it using the other frames. So I want the ball to, I always enjoy things shooting into the scene. So I'm going to have this straight line indicating it's going to shoot into the scene. I'm going to change colors just because that's how I work. And I have it bounce around and then bounce up. Okay, so the hard one? You can do whatever you want as long as it takes the 3 seconds. It has to interact with the half pipe somehow. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I want to have fun. So this is what I think fun is. I'm going to just have it come up here, bounce, bounce, and then exit. So that's my plan. It's a little bit crazy, a little bit weird. Whoops. But we're using the same principles that we've talked about throughout the whole semester. So you got to think about the timing involved. How fast do I want the ball to shoot in? Half a second? What's 1 full second? That's 24 frames. 24 equals 1 second. We only get 3 seconds for this animation. So you got to think about how are they going to interact. So if I'm having the ball shoot in, let's say I want it there by frame half a second. That's 12. So I want the ball right here. It doesn't have to look pretty. I'm just getting the idea down. Boom. Hits the wall. I want to have it shoot in. So how fast do I want it to shoot in? So let's say stretching my beautiful drawing. Look at that. So beautiful. And if I don't like the timing, guess what? I can delete it. Aha! Yeah, that's kind of slow actually. I'm going to delete this one and go back to frame 9. I'm going to go for frame 9. I'm just doing these scribbles to get the idea down. Okay, this should not take too long. It still feels slow, but I'll move on. We can change it more. So my next plan is to have it shoot over here, and then bounce all around. So I want to have it shoot over here next. I want to be fast, so shoot over here. Hit the wall. And what I say? Shoot again, then jump. Whoops. So I want it to shoot over there next. You can technically have nicer drawings. Again, I'm just trying to get the idea down. and then I can edit my drawings how I want later. Again, I'm just getting a feel for the timing. What's my plan? Oh, and then I have it go jump, jump. Okay. So I'm gonna play this. I kind of like the timing, but I want to work on the beginning. I feel like it's way too slow. So I'll just show you a quick trick. If you go over to the timeline and you want to move your grease pencil, it should be Shift, left click of the mouse, and I should be able to move it around with the middle mouse click of the button. So let me write that down. So if you hold down Shift, Shift, left mouse, they'll be red. Okay, and then middle mouse, click. So if you want to move a drawing, instead of just erasing it, you can Shift, left mouse click, then middle mouse click and drag. If you want to move a drawing around. So I'm going to use that to mess around with the timing of my animation. If I don't like the timing. So with that, I get something kind of like this. Moved my timing around. I like the timing. And that's all you need to do for a grease pencil. Again, I have my ball coming into the scene, interacting with the set, and then exiting the scene. It can either exit, or just like the three properties interact, you can go to rest. And to turn this in, we need to go to, there's this little grid. I want to take this grid off. I want to take the film gate off. And then if you go to attributes, if you don't want this giant circle, let me go to the channels box. Yeah, you can click on this ball geo. Unclick that R button in the bottom. Again, this is recorded. You'll be able to see this, guys. Then you can just have the select button and hide that circle. I have that circle there for a guide. So if I did an animation where the ball goes around, that was a guide for me, so I can have a nice clean arc, clean circle. So if you want a nice clean arc, feel free to get out other geometry so you can get that nice arc, if you know what I'm talking about there. So I'm going to hide that for sake of example. I'm going to go back over here, make it turn into R as reference. Just a little more advanced stuff. And then I'm going to go to animation and play blast. It should play blast your grease pencil. Yeah. And I'll probably clean it up because I don't want my ball to be clipping up here. I don't want the ball to be clipping off screen. I want to stay on screen. So I'll either move the camera or I'll adjust my grease pencil so it doesn't do that. So yeah, this is the first part. I'm going to be naming it the correct file name. So HP01 underscore my name. I want to save it to the desktop and then click enter. And don't forget to save your file as well. So file, save scene. Because we already saved our file in the beginning of the video. And that is it for the first part.